Hello, welcome to EonsOfBattle, Jay here, and today we're going to paint the Necron snow base. Now this is the base that I use for my own Necron army, and I'm very fond of it. The first thing I did was I took a 40mm base and covered it in Durham's water putty. It gives it a little bit of a hill effect to it. I don't do it on every base, just the 40 mils and larger. On the 20 mils, I just glue down the drywall putty chips. What I do is I just take some drywall putty and I let it dry out, and then I just break it into chips. It gives me a great ability to pick out the size that I want, and then I just pick one or two to put on the base. As you can see here, I'm covering the entire base in a nice amount of Elmer's wood glue, as I'm about to be adding the basing sand to it. I'm first applying the largest grain sands, they're really more of pebbles, then going with the medium grain, and then finally adding the sand effect to just fill in all of the gaps. As you can see now, it's starting to bear a passing resemblance to its namesake, and now I've primed the model black, and I'm going to begin the painting. The first thing I used was Citadel's Dryad bark. Now I did a 1-to-1 mixture of the paint and the water for this one, just to help my paint go a little farther. I just applied a very thick coat to the entire base. I think it's very wet, and I'm just going to allow it to dry. And when it was dry, I then began dry brushing it with Mornfang Brown. Again, another color by Citadel. Just did a quick dry brushing to hit the raised edges of the sand. I then went and applied a base coat to the rocks of Citadel Mechanicus Standard. I just applied this to all of the drywall chips and to the largest of the gravel that's on the base. I wanted to pick out some of the larger sized pieces of gravel on the ground just to make it look like maybe there had been large mountains or so that these rocks had broken off of. I really am a big fan of the contrast between the dark brown and the light gray. I then began dry brushing the still remaining brown dirt areas with a nice Citadel Tau XV88 color. It's very, very light brown, almost a tan, and I really like the nice bright effect that it has. I then went and applied the Citadel Administratum Gray to the rocks to help give them a little bit more dimension. And then I applied a little bit of Cryat Brown by Citadel, which really helps to warm up the rocks. When they're still in their gray, they look very, very cold and a little unnatural. But once you apply the lighter tan color, it really helps to warm them up. And there you have it. It's all ready for snow. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Thanks for watching.